we have the amazingly talented Bohdi. Welcome to our studio.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
So, tell us about yourself. Where have you been? How was your tour so far?
Oh my gosh, we have done, I think this is the 14th gig or something like that. What? It's crazy. And we've got we've had 3 gigs today already. 1 more to go after this.
Your voice must be so sore.
I am. I'm feeling a little bit sick, but I'm fighting the cold.
I could not do that. I would absolutely crumble having my voice being used all the time.
That's great. Just have whiskey, honey and lemon, boom. Sort you out.
You've been drinking already. How has your actual tour been? Like, where have you been? Where's your favourite place been so far?
We have been, oh my gosh, we've been all over. We've been to Bournemouth. I can't even think right now. Where have we been? Brian, my guitarist, is here. Help me out. I can't remember where we've been.
Well,
it's all blur.
Last week was all over the south, so
yeah.
I think the first one was High Wycombe, and
that was it, High Wycombe.
We sort of shot along the coast and back up. I think last week finished, was it Warwick?
Oh yeah,
Warwick
University.
Oh, nice.
And then this morning was Loughborough.
What got you into music? What is there to know about you?
Oh my gosh. I think probably my dad, to be honest, because he brought us up listening to a lot of blues and soul music, that kind of thing. And I didn't see my dad that much, but I think it just naturally sort of got into my blood, and I started teaching myself piano and drums from a young age and just kind of felt it, really. I didn't know I had a voice though until I was about 16, I think.
Well, you definitely do, and it's going to be exciting for everyone here to hear it. So what have your career highlights been so far? What have you been up to this year?
I've just released a couple of songs. I had a couple of showcases in London this year, which were really good, and then I did BBC Introducing in May, so I was there.
So exciting. What was that like?
That was cool. I mean, it was my first interview, so I was also a bit nervous for that, but it's a really good experience. And they've just been supporting all my tracks, and I think next year when I release all of the tracks, probably like an album bit by bit, and hopefully they're going to be behind it and supporting that.
Of course they will. Cool. It's well deserved. You're going to be proper out there soon. It's going to be exciting to say that's one of your first interviews.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Sell a selfie for thousands of pounds. That's the plan.
You wish. That is the plan.
I know you said that you were well into your soul and your blues when you were younger, but have you got any particular artists that inspired your music?
Oh, do you know, I absolutely love Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yes.
And like Stevie Nicks. My dad used to say to me, "You're like a Stevie Nicks," but I never understood it until recently. And then I love people like Janis Joplin, James Brown, those kind of artists. But then the other side of me absolutely loves Rihanna, Kanye,
yes. Creamery.
Hanson. Do you know Hanson?
I don't know
You're
Hanson.
Probably too young, but like, I mean, I was a bit too young as well. But anyway, just real cheesy pop. Like, I just love it.
He's going on my list. We'll have a list.
3 brothers with long hair who basically sang.
What
do you
was
know
that song?
Mbop?
Mbop,
yeah. Just Google Mbop and then you'll never want to speak to me again.
Up next, we actually have Scares Me. We did this thing with Joel, and Joel said that there wasn't much in his life that inspired the song. There was something he felt. Like, what were you thinking about when you wrote Scares Me? What was behind it?
It's quite cool actually, because I was sort of hitting so many walls in London and doors weren't opening, and I just sort of felt like I was getting nowhere with my music. So I just went to Nashville for 8 months last year. Wow. I just rocked up, didn't know anyone, and managed to get a session with this guy. We just sat down, and I was honestly going to give up music. I was like, that's it, it's just been such a strain. I've had lots of people steal my songs, and I've been ripped off by managers and this and that. So I sat down and I just burst into tears, and basically we just sat at the piano and I just sort of sang this, and this sort of came out. These are the words that came out, and we wrote the song in like 15 minutes or something. It was real quick. Maybe not 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, who knows. But it felt like 15 minutes. But yeah, it was more like a response to what I was feeling at that time.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
I feel like when you're producing proper art, not like fake art, that's another thing, but like real meaningful things that you've poured your heart into, time doesn't exist, it just happens.
Yeah, it's like a moment, and I think you can hear that in certain songs. I've tried to recreate this song and do other versions, and it's just like I just can't, because it was just a moment, I think.